Yesterday, we had opening day for the Alliance Aviators. Let's hop on over to the orange side of Alliance. It's the Dukes and the Leopards up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Timber Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
And there's another one! It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hits and pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
From the campus of Louisville High School. No, let's rephrase that. From the campus of Division III OHSAA Boys Basketball State Champion Louisville High School. This is OHSAA Softball Live on SmeeSports, and already we have our tent flying away a little bit. Just a slight wrinkle in the plan here at Louisville High School. Trying to get the stake back in the ground over here. And hopefully that will hold up for the rest of this game. It has been a rainy day so far, and it looks like the wind will be a factor in this contest just as it was yesterday. Still hoping to get the stakes back inside the tent, but I don't think this was necessarily on the bingo card for this game. We have the one side about as in as we can be. It's starting to bend a little bit. This is getting clipped later, I know that. And now we're going to let some wind in from the sides. And from here, we should be about good to go. Let's try that again. Good evening from Louisville High School. As I was trying to say before Mother Nature rudely interrupted us here, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. You see it all during spring. You really do. I don't think catching a tent was on my bingo card, neither was it for Rob over there. We were both able to secure it. We are ready to go as Louisville and Marlington, two teams hopeful to make regionals, do battle here tonight in Louisville. Louisville so far on the year 1-2. A very good win last time they were here. Flashing back to that one, a walk-off winner against Tuslaw, 7-6 in the 8th. They won that game. But since then, two losses against Youngstown Boardman and against Walsh Jesuit. Two very good teams. Boardman and Walsh, you will see them come state playoff time. You will see them come regional time. And you might even see them at Firestone this year once again for the Final Four and the state championship tilt. Marlington, the away team on the scoreboard today. They will begin their season last year, 21-6-1 their record. But most importantly in there, 10-0 in EBC play, undefeated conference champs. When you have a side like West Branch in your conference, it is always difficult to do that well. We will toss things over to outside as we will have the national anthem and as well some other pregame festivities. Well, let's try this. Wind and rain combined. Right now it appears to be a clear afternoon in Leopardtown. Louisville looking to get back to 500 on the year as they welcome in the Marlington Dukes. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. We've already had to try and re-secure the tent that's over us a few times, hoping it stays down and hoping the rain stays away for this contest. On the mound now for Louisville, it is Taylor Schneider, the pitcher slash flex, as she looks to have a good outing here in Leopardtown. A very tough Marlington team coming in. I talked about it a little bit during the preview, but you look back at last year, only 6 losses, one of which came to a very good side in Canfield. Nothing to be ashamed about. They bring back a lot of key players, especially their pitcher, the sophomore Justine Duringo. Duringo looks to have a big game today for the Dukes on the mound. Looking at the way this one is lining up, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitcher's duel. Maybe this is a game of first to 5 wins, but at the same time, this could be a first to 15 wins. It just depends on how potent the bats are early on in this contest. We will continue to watch warm-ups for Schneider as she looks to settle into this game. For the first inning, she will face at a minimum Walter, Miller, and Duringo for Marlington. The Dukes line up as such. Walter, Miller, Duringo, the first through 3, then going from 4 down to 9. It is Bailey, Williams, Mart, Savage, Duncan, and Zoe Maxwell in the 9-hole with McKenna Mess, the third baseman, as your flex. As I said, stepping in now for Marlington, it is Maria Walter, the left fielder. Louisville looking to get back to 500. The Dukes looking to start 2025 with a win. The first pitch of the new campaign moments away now in Louisville. The time is 5:02, 2 minutes after the initial scheduled first pitch. And with one offering, the 2025 season for Marlington is underway. It is a first pitch ball upstairs from Schneider. 1-0 the count on Walter. Walter, the outfielder, a senior. Obviously, whenever you are playing your final campaign, whether it be at the high school or collegiate level, it means just a little bit more. She looks to get it out and going in style. A good delivery there from Schneider evens it up at 1-1. The Dukes do have a lot of tough teams coming up on their schedule. The one to look out for especially, Archbishop Hoban. Hoban, no matter the sport, a very tough out. 1-1 the count. The pitch outside corner and swung on and missed. 1-2 now on Walter. After a first pitch ball, 2 strikes in a row from Schneider. Taylor looking for punch out number 1 of the ball game and out number 1 of the first inning. The wind, the delivery, and it misses upstairs and into the backstop. 2-2 now the count on Walter. Good patience there from Marissa. Obviously, you're down in the count 1-2. You want to play hero ball early on in a game like this. That is not a bad pitch to line into the outfield, but you wait for a better offering. You take your time, you get your pitch, and then you launch it. The 2-2 and fouled into the net. Walter on it now, but the count will remain 2-2. After Walter, Chelsea Miller, the center fielder, steps in for the Dukes. Schneider looking to get out of this first at-bat with no more pitches. The 2-2 once more. Swing and a miss. Schneider gets the K to open up the ball game. Walter cuts right through for out number 1. Schneider, 1 batter faced, 1 strikeout. Now up steps Chelsea Miller, the center fielder. 1 down in the top of the first. No one on for the Marlington Dukes. Schneider looking for another victim. Deals her first offering, and it is too low and outside. 1-0 the count. For the second batter in a row to open up this game, a first pitch ball from Schneider. Taylor, if anything repeats itself from last at-bat, this would be the pitch to do it. The 0-1, and it is chopped foul. On paper, she does repeat the feat, a second pitch strike to begin this at-bat. Marlington will have a very tough schedule this year as expected, but a lot of people have them as their favorite to repeat as conference champions once again last year in the playoffs. They beat Gilmore 11-1, and then in the district semis, coming in, it was Canfield. A very tough out, as I have seen throughout my time covering Holy Name, as they were the team to knock out the Green Wave in the regional semis in 2023. And then Marlington fans, you got to see them in the regional final, and you know what happened in that contest. 2-1 the count. Schneider's deal, and it is chopped over to the left side, to third, and the throw across is in time. 2 up, 2 down for Louisville's defense. That was Griffith to Thompson on the putout. After the G5, now up steps Justine Doringo, the pitcher. A tremendous freshman campaign last season for Marlington. She is the returning star for the Dukes. With 2 up, 2 down, she looks to be the spark of the offense. First pitch she sees is low. 1-0 the count. No one on, 2 away in the top of the first. Schneider getting back to work. Winds, delivers. And it is missing the zone. 2-0 the count. A good miss from Schneider. A challenging pitch to Doringo. But when you have such a great player in the box, that keen eye is not fooled easily. Schneider will take her time before the next offering, looking to make it picture perfect. Unable to do so, it sails up high. 3-0 the count on Justine Doringo. If Justine is able to reach, Maddie Bailey, the first baseman, would be up next for the Dukes. 3-0 count, a very much hitter's count. Schneider winds and fires. And it is in there. 3-1 now the count on Doringo. A good get right from Schneider. Now one of the most mentally challenging counts in all of softball/baseball. 3-1. You are up in the count. You want to get on, but at the same time, you don't want to make it a full count 3-2. Patience versus precision. And precision wins the day from Schneider. We are full 3-2. Doringo sees 2 fly by perfectly. Here comes the payoff pitch from Schneider. A strike and the inning ends. Here it is. And it is sent over into right field. A basic fly, and it is dropped over in right field. And E9 gives first base to Doringo. It just fell out of the glove of Miller out and right. Doringo is on the base path, and in a sport like softball, all it takes is one runner to cause a lot of mayhem. Now up steps the 4-hole, Maddie Bailey. Elia Williams in the on-deck circle, and Delaney Martz in the hole for Marlington. The wind-in deal from Schneider. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 the count. Doringo looking to help her cause offensively before she takes the bump. 0-1 on Bailey, the pitch. Sails over and Doringo takes off. She will take second base. All of a sudden, Marlington 1-1 count has a runner in scoring position. And that is what I said moments ago. Whenever you have a base runner on in the sport of softball, look out. All it takes is one wayward mistake, and you have a run on the board. The 1-1, and it is just a bit too low. 2-1 the count on Bailey. Another good miss from Schneider on the bump. Once again, if Bailey is able to reach base, Elia Williams, the designated player, would step in for the Dukes. 2-1 the count. The pitch, ground ball over towards shortstop. It is bobbled. The throw across is just in time. A great snag by Twynham to get it over, retiring the side. Louisville, a slight scare in the top of the first inning, but Twynham steps up in a big way, atones for her slight fielding error, and gets the out over at first base. Louisville looking to put their first run on the board when we return. Bottom one in Louisville, 0-0. Your score on SmeeSports. We are back at a very windy Louisville High School here on this Friday night in March, the final Friday of month number 3 of 2025. Crazy to think that April starts on Tuesday. A very quick flying year so far, at least from my perspective. Somehow in some way, we already have spring sports, and we are here for a softball clash. Caitlin Twynham, she had the final put out of the top of the first inning. Now she takes her hand in the box. She will be tasked with taking down the sophomore pitcher, Justine Doringo. The first pitch sails upstairs from Justine, 1-0 the count. Twynham, Miller, and Cloggis do up this frame for Louisville. Doringo looking to settle in on the mound, deals the 1-0, line right side, and well out of play. A good crack of the bat from Twynham, but unable to keep it fair, evens things up at 1-1. From what we saw yesterday at Alliance, a potential defensive season upcoming for the OHSAA Alliance. They look to rebuild as a program. A lot of great players that we will see again tomorrow, but Marlington, the stronger side inside the city limits of Alliance. And they look to prove that here today with what would be a great victory. In the preview graphic, I said both sides are regional hopefuls, and that is really the case. Unless Canfield comes calling way earlier, then most likely not. Now a 3-1 count as it sails up and out. But Canfield, that is the Grim Reaper of the divisions up until the state championship game. But no Melina Toth. That might change this year for the Cardinals. 3-1 the count. Doringo deals, and it is chopped foul on a half-hearted swing. She did not want to take that cut, but Doringo ran it in on the hands. A pretty good spot to hit. All of a sudden, full count, 3-2. After Twynham, it is Caitlin Miller, the right fielder. Doringo getting her grip. The payoff pitch, line right side, and out of play. Twynham continuing to track the ball with ease, but still unable to put it in play. Count remains full, 3-2. A good battle to begin the home half of the first inning. Doringo getting ready. The payoff pitch, lined into the foul netting once again. I'll say it again, a tremendous battle to begin the home half of the first inning. If you are Louisville, even if Twynham doesn't get on the base path, this is what you need, a quality at-bat to spur on the rest of the frame. Doringo tries the payoff once again. It lollipops too high, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Leopards. Tremendous patience by Twynham, and all of a sudden Louisville, their leadoff man is aboard. And up steps Caitlin Miller, the right fielder. Miller had an error back in the first inning, but now a good chance to make amends and get a good hit for Louisville. Twynham over at first base for the Leopards. Doringo sets, delivers, Twynham breaks. The throw down 2-2 is not there. A great steal from Twynham, and now the go-ahead run in the bottom of the first stands in scoring position. A great throw down from the catcher, that is Martz, but unable to connect. Doringo getting back to work on the mound, deals, plays it in there, and a good delivery. 0-2 the count on Miller. Still a runner in scoring position. One crack of the bat could put Louisville on the board. Doringo digging for out number 1, finds it. The high heat blows right past Miller for out number 1. We'll watch back that pitch. Perfect spot for Doringo. She likes that high heat. She puts it up there. Miller tries cutting, and as I said earlier, that is a perfect pitch to line into right field. That would have helped Twynham come across, but in the end, she plays it high, and Miller can't connect. And the first pitch of the next at-bat is a strike, 0-1 the count. Now up for Louisville, it is Leah Cloggis. Cloggis, a great freshman campaign. She looks to have an even better sophomore one as now a leader of this team. That pitch from Durango misses upstairs as it sails high. 1-1 the count. Runner at second base, one down for the Leopards. Durango looking to be patient on the mound, trying to break down the offense. That one is tipped into the glove. 1-2 the count. Durango just blazes it right past Cloggis. Bailey Griffith, the third baseman, awaits in the on-deck circle for the Leopards. Durango already one strikeout to her name in the bottom of the first for number 2, unable to get it looking. Another good miss from the pitching staff combined. That one just a little bit outside. A very good miss, though, from Durango. Had me fooled up here. 2-2 the count. Durango deals. And it is popped over into left field, and it falls on the edge of the grass. A bloop single for Leah Cloggis put runners at first and second with one down for Louisville. Not the most power on the swing, but it gets the job done. Runners at first and second for the Leopards. And now here comes Bailey Griffith, the third baseman. We talk a lot about this in softball, or at least broadcast that I do of softball. One swing of the bat can change the game, and given the home run hitting power of a lot of these players, it definitely can. And a great heads-up steal from Twynham. On the throwback, she takes third, put runners at the corners, and now we have a chess match. 0-1 the count, but runners at the corners. Twynham doing everything she can on the base path. Durango deals, and it is sent up the gut, and it will not be falling. It is caught out in center field. Going over to second base is Cloggis, but what a snag for out number 2. I was certain that was going to fall, but somehow in some way a great play by Miller brings it in. We will watch that one back. A great liner, and it's just caught on a dive. Runners at second and third, 2 away, and that really puts a wrench in the plans of Louisville. A base hit now necessary for a run, and now an 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on Campbell. Play of the game so far from Miller out in center. Or really, by the time she got there, right center field. 0-1, the pitch from Durango. It is popped, and it is going to fall in foul territory. Now an 0-2 count. Louisville really wants a run this inning. They have done everything right on the base path. Just one great play in right center might ruin their opportunity. Durango, a big pitch upcoming. 0-2, a pitcher's count. Can Marlington survive the home half of the first inning? Unable to do so on that pitch. It sails high from Durango. Make it 1-2. For Louisville next frame, they will send up most likely Soroman, Neal, and Thompson. That can change if Campbell is able to get a hit here. And she is unable to do so. Durango hits the corner, and Campbell cuts on through, retiring the side. Durango hunkers down and gets a pivotal out number 3. The Dukes survive the bottom of the first. But all credit really has to go to Chelsea Miller, a right center field web gem. It fooled us, and it fooled the Leopards. That cut ends the home half of the first inning. No runs, no damage. We head to the second inning in Leopardstown. 0-0 your score on SmeeSports. Top two in Louisville, Ohio. Your score 0-0. Some great defense from Chelsea Miller out in right center field prevented a run from Louisville. And now Marlington, they will have their second chance on offense to make something happen. Last time they were up, it was an E9 courtesy of Durango that she reached first. But after that, a ground out over to shortstop ruined the frame. For the Dukes, it's Williams, Martz, and Savage. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the top of the second inning. Once again, in a very much Wizard of Oz fashion, it looks like our tent might be trying to take some liftoff here. I don't know what is more intriguing right now, our battle with the tent or the game on hand. Either way, Schneider ready to go, deals the first pitch of the frame, and it is popped up out of play. 0-1 now the count. It's games like this that really test your ability as an announcer. Left hand currently on the tent, right hand holding my stat sheet, and as well it also has to switch between cameras and, oh by the way, do the scoreboard. Pops up and it is out of play. 0-2 now the count. All you can do is shake your head right now with all of this wind. It's a battle to keep the tent down. 0-2 the count. Schneider sets and deals, and it is in there. 1 up, 1 down for Louisville's defense in the top of the second inning. Williams retired swinging. And as we continue to work through our nature issues, not even technical difficulties, this is just nature issues at this point. We will watch back the third strike. A great play, 1 up, 1 down. And now here comes Martz. First pitch she sees, she misses. 0-1 the count. And I'll tell you what, with this tent trying to take off, this field really could benefit from a press box right now. The 0-1, and it is upstairs and missed. 0-2 now the count. It looks like for at least a second to regather our thoughts, it dies down. It is Delaney Martz, the catcher in the box for the Dukes. Schneider getting ready, looking for a second straight strikeout. Tries to go to the corner and misses. A great miss makes it 1-2. The wind just continuing to whip on through Lewisville. The 1-2 from Schneider upstairs. That evens things up at 2-2. Once again, I've said it a couple of times. All you can do in a situation like this is just nod your head and smile. 2-2 the count, 1 away. Schneider winds and deals. Ground ball over to the left side, and it is not through. A great play over at third to keep it inside the infield, but it will be an infield single with 1 away for Martz. And now up steps Faith Savage, the shortstop. And there we go. Now we finally can switch between both of the views. Finally, we are back. Savage ready to go. First pitch she sees outside, and it is a strike. 0-1 the count. A good delivery from Schneider. 1 down at the top of the second. Runner at first. 0-1 count on Savage. Schneider looking to make it 0-2. She deals. And it is upstairs, 1-1 now the count. A good game so far. As I said in the preview, if I had to predict it right now, this would be a pitcher's duel. Taylor Schneider and Justine Durango doing great jobs on the mound. Now 1-2, a great spot hit by Schneider. Schneider's placement has been picture perfect so far today. If she wants a spot 9 times out of 10, you will see the ball sail right in. 1-2 the count. Schneider deals. And it is low. 2-2 the count. The throwback 2-1 on the back pick is not in time. A good idea behind the dish by Campbell, but no dice. Count evened up at 2-2. Schneider coming set. Winds to the hip and deals. And it is popped up out of play. On top of the wind, I think right now we might need to start looking out for some stray fly balls. Given the wind here, if it pops up into the infield, I am not confident it won't sail right back towards us. 2-2 the count. Schneider deals. And it is grounded right through the middle. This could be 2. They get him at 2, but not at 1. A fielder's choice at second base. The job is done by Louisville's defense. They get the lead runner, and now 2 away. In a situation like this, where it takes a weird hop off of the mound, we will watch it right there. Just an awkward bounce. It gets right past the pitcher, Schneider. Great backup over at shortstop by Twynham, able to get the for sure out at 2. And then from there, they try at 1, just not in time. First pitch strike cut right on through by Duncan. Duncan, the 8-hitter, only Zoe Maxwell awaits after her before we head back to the top of the order. 0-1 the count. The pitch. And it is in there. 0-2 now the count. 2 great deliveries in a row from Schneider. One more good one here, and we head to the home half of the second inning. 0-2 count, runner at first, 2 away, top 2 in Louisville. The pitch from Schneider, swing and a miss. Schneider gets the punch out to retire the side. A tremendous deal from Taylor Schneider. Yet another strikeout to add to her collection. Give her 3 through 2 innings of work. The Leopards get back to the sticks when we return. This is OHSAA Softball on SmeeSports, presented by Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. We return to Louisville High School in the home half of the second inning. Wind, rain, no fire quite yet. Hopefully that stays that way, knock on wood. A little bit of everything for you nature lovers out there. But for us here at the field, not the most ideal conditions, but on the field, the play is well worth being out here. Honors even a lot of great play across the board as we enter the home half of the second inning. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. As always, with our games out for Alliance and Marlington, you can catch these games as they re-air on Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance if you live within the city limits. The first pitch of the frame is cut on and missed. 0-1 the count on Saroman. Saroman, O'Neill, and Thompson do up this frame for Louisville. 0-1 the count. Durango winds and deals. Scoots on in, evens things up at 1-1. Durango so far, she has faced a total of 5 batters, struck out 2, 1 single allowed, walked 1, and forced 1 flyout. The pitch, and it is sent over to left field. Definitely still in the ballpark, and it is caught simply by Walter for out number 1. With 1 now away for Louisville's defense, Louisville's offense, now we will see O'Neill, the left fielder, step in. Shaylin O'Neal, the lefty, getting ready to go up against Doringo. Doringo winds and deals. First pitch right down the middle, 0-1 the count. A good start to the at-bat for Marlington. Doringo right back to work. Preps and deals. Misses well outside. A good amount of carry on that offering. That evens things up at 1-1. But so far, a great game thrown by Doringo and Schneider as well. The wind and the offering. Fouled right into the backstop. Strike two now. 1-2 the count on O'Neal. After O'Neal, it is Taylor Thompson, the first baseman, due up for Lewisville. Marlington looking to look at two. See two go right back to the dugout. And they get it. Doringo gets the punch out. Her third of the game. And just as I said, Marlington, they've seen two enter the box and have seen two right go back. And now we will see Taylor Thompson, the first baseman. She is in the 8-hole looking to reach base as Lewisville's defense or offense has been really neutralized in this frame. Doringo continues to settle in. 0-1 the count. Doringo right now having Lewisville's number. The Leopards looking to change that with one swing of the bat. The pitch, swing and a miss. Doringo blows it right past Thompson again. Now 0-2 the count. Doringo one strikeout away from retiring the side in order. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Doringo gets her second punch out in a row. 4 strikeouts so far today from Justine, and it retires the side. Lewisville goes in order in the second inning. We flip to the third. The Dukes back at the sticks when we return on SmeeSports. A pitcher's duel on our hands in Lewisville as we enter the third inning of play. Marlington 0, Lewisville 0, your score. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. We will be back at Alliance High School tomorrow morning/afternoon, 11 a.m. First pitch for Game 1 and 1 p.m. for Game 2. It is Alliance and Delton softball. Looking forward to that game as we see the Aviators once again. The first pitch of the inning misses outside. 1-0 the count to begin this at-bat for the Dukes. It is Zoe Maxwell, the right fielder. 9-1-2 due up this frame for the Dukes. Schneider winds and deals. Goes to the outside corner and paints it. 1-1 the count. Schneider so far today, the constant from her first pitch ball, second pitch strike. That has been the traditional chain of her pitches. Evened up at 1. Schneider will take her time, and time is called in the box by Maxwell. Good decision from Maxwell, taking ownership of the box. Maria Walder awaits in the on-deck circle for the Dukes. The wind and delivery, swing and a miss. Schneider heating up once again, make it 1-2. Combined between Doringo and Schneider, 7 punch outs so far for the pitchers. Schneider looking to make it 8. Not quite there as it is popped up and well out of play. Count remains 1-2. And once again, it looks like the tent is wanting to take liftoff. Still a 1-2 count. The pitch. Ground ball over to the right side. Scooped up at second. The underhand shovel. 2-1 is in time. 1 up, 1 down for Louisville's defense. A good play there over at second base. That was Soroman for the Leopards. We now are back at the top of the order with Maria Walder, the left fielder. Schneider getting ready to work in the box, or on the mound, excuse me. The pitch goes to the corner, 0-1 on Walder. Schneider looking to start hitting her spot earlier in these at-bats. If she can get a consistent first pitch strike in these at-bats, look out, she will reach another level. And this time she misses upstairs on the second offering. Different combination, same result, 1-1 the count. Good patience by Walder in the box, who struck out swinging her first time up. The pitch from Schneider goes up and out, 2-1 on Walder. A good battle so far in this game by the pitching staffs. I would expect to see Durango and Schneider both go the full 7 innings. 2-1 the count, the pitch. It is fouled into the backstop. That will even it up at 2-2. A good cut from Walder. She is on it now. The question is, can Schneider dial in and get strikeout number 4 on the afternoon? Top 3, 1 down, no one on for the Marlington Dukes. The 2-2, it is sent into right field, has some carry, and it will fall just in play. Rounding second, going for third is Walder, and she is in there. A tremendous cut from Maria Walder, and she is now 60 feet away from scoring. One swing of the bat changes the game, and Marlington is a little distance away from scoring. Full base path compared to 60 feet. I think Marlington will take the 60 feet any day of the week, and the Dukes are finally in business. That's the breakthrough they needed. One hit to spark the offense. And now Chelsea Miller, already a web gem to her name. Can she bring home the opening run? Schneider deals. First pitch scoots in, 1-0 the count. But what a cut by Walder. It was perfectly hit into right center field. No one was getting there. A little bit taller, and it was out of here. Schneider coming set. Winds, delivers. Ground ball right up the gut. It is scooped up. The throw is in time, but it will score the opening run. Walder scores from third, and Marlington strikes first blood in Louisville. Now 2 away, but Marlington will take it. Base is clear. It's a sacrifice for Chelsea Miller. And now up steps Justine Durango, a very happy Marlington pitcher right now. The first pitch, CC sails above the zone, 1-0 the count. But right now, if you are Justine Durango, seeing Miller bring home Walder, you could take a slight exhale. You have a run of insurance. You have a little bit more to work with now. The 1-0 scoots in, now 2-0 on Durango. Last time we saw Justine, she reached via an error from right field. After Durango, it is Maddie Bailey, the first baseman. Schneider sets, winds, fires. Pops up, it will go just into the outfield on the grass, and in the end it stays inside the infield, taken in by Soroman to retire the side, but not before the Dukes strike first blood. A sacrifice ground out from Chelsea Miller scores Maria Walder from third. One swing of the bat changes the name of the game. Louisville will play from behind as we enter the bottom of the third inning. This is OHSAA Softball live on SmeeSports. Marlington, the third inning. Louisville tries to match as we enter the home half of the third in Leopardstown. 1-0 Marlington on top. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. Duringo still in the circle for the Dukes. Deals her first pitch, lined over to third base, and it is through. A leadoff single for the Leopards. Destiny Hansey gets it through. The 9-hole does her job. And now we go back to the top of the order with Caitlin Twynham. Twynham so far a good game, but she can make it a little bit better here. The tying run at first base for Louisville. Duringo looking to respond. Corners creep, the pitch. And it is in there. 0-1 the count to begin this at-bat. Twynham walked her first time up, did a great job working the count against Duringo. It appears the sun is starting to come out a little bit more. The pitch from Duringo, swing and a miss from Twynham. She now finds herself down in the count 0-2. A great response by Justine Duringo in the circle. And as expected, Justine Duringo having a great start to the 2025 campaign. 0-2 the pitch, line left side, and it carries out of play. Twynham, a laser bolt into foul territory on the left side. But as I said, it trails out of play. If she can straighten out that swing, look out. At minimum, it would be a gapper in left center. 0-2 the count. Duringo deals, and it misses upstairs. Twynham lives to see yet another pitch. Went down 0-2, a foul ball lined to the left side, and now a take upstairs. Twynham looking to battle in this at-bat. Duringo on the prowl for out number one. Doesn't find it as it misses on the outside corner. We are evened up 2-2 now the count on Twynham. Caitlin Miller, the right fielder, awaits in the on-deck circle for the Leopards. Duringo comes set and fires. Runs inside. Twynham, one heck of a full count, 3-2. Duringo looking to lock in and get out number one. Here comes the payoff from Duringo, and it misses upstairs. What a battle from Caitlin Twynham. Down 0-2, fouls off a pitch, and now she draws her second walk of the game. What a job by Twynham. She really battled there. She had to dig deep, and she was able to do so. 2 ducks on the pound now for Caitlin Miller. Duringo trying to break down Miller. The pitch misses upstairs, 1-0 the count. Louisville in a very good spot. They could potentially load the bases here in the home half of the third. Duringo getting ready, deals the 1-0, and it is cut on and missed upstairs. Duringo's riser has been potent all afternoon for the Dukes. That high heat, something about it is so appetizing to these batters. And you even see it at the baseball level. If it's high heat, the batters want to cut at it. Pops up in the infield, and it will sail over to second base, and it is caught for out number one. Duncan easily gets underneath that one, and Marlington can breathe just a little bit easier in the home half of the third. After that pop-up, now up steps Leah Cloggis, the center fielder. A single her first time up for the Dukes. Cloggis a chance to be a Louisville hero in the home half of the third. Duringo fires, swing and a miss on one down low. 0-1 the count on Cloggis. Duringo once again has done a tremendous job of hitting her spots all evening, especially with her variance on the high heat and the golf balls. Goes for the high heat this time and can't connect. 1-1 now the count on Cloggis. After Cloggis, it is Bailey Griffith, the third baseman, due up for Louisville. The wind and deal from Duringo misses up and out. Now 2-1. For Marlington next inning, Maddie Bailey, Alaya Williams, and Delaney Martz due up. And looking at Louisville right now, they might have to do some offensive soul searching. A good foul hit from Cloggis evens it up at 2-2. But Durango will take that any day of the week. The wind continuing to pick up. By the sight of things, I don't think that we are in Louisville anymore. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Durango gets the cut from Cloggis for out number 2. Beautiful precision from Justine Durango. And amid all this wind, I don't know how she is hitting her spots this good. Right now, the announcing duo is playing a game of can we keep the tent down? Mother Nature laughing to herself right now. And inside we are crying, lined up the middle, and it is through! Louisville ready to score. They will take the turn and score. One scores for the lead. It is through! And now going over to third base, and now in a rundown, it is Griffith, and she is back in time. Griffith lines it into left center field. Make it 2-1 Louisville. And she will take a double on top of it. One swing of the bat, and we have a new ball game. 2 RBIs and a double to her name. Cloggis did her job. She was enough to fool Durango, baited a couple more pitches, and finally when Durango let her foot off the gas, it was the batter after Cloggis, Griffith, who took advantage. Durango has 5 punch-outs today. 1-0 now the count on Campbell, but Louisville will take all they can. 2-1 they lead. Durango coming set, delivers, ground ball over to the left side, scooped up at third. The throw is scooped in time. A great pick from Bailey, retires the side, but not before Louisville does some damage. The Leopards lead through 3, 2-1 your score. We will step aside and be back on in a minute live on SmeeSports. Bailey Griffith the difference as we enter the top of the 4th inning in Leopardtown. 2-1 Louisville on top of the Marlington Dukes. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. A very rainy and windy affair. The rain mainly was before this game started. The wind has been continually picking up as this game progresses. Somehow in some way we are going to get this game in. Looking at the rain as I drove from Alliance to Louisville for this game, it was going to be a miracle if we played it, and the miracle has come in the form of a very windy affair. But either way, we have softball, Marlington opening day, and I believe we will see the Dukes at least one more time this season as they welcome in Alliance on April 22nd. You can catch that game along with every single Alliance and Marlington game that SmeeSports is involved with right here on SmeeSports. No official Channel 1022 games this time out. Every game that we do will re-air on there, but no full setup. You can catch everything live right here opposed to going through Boxcast. Expect that to change once we hit fall, but the decision was made pretty simple. taking that equipment out there. My stuff is a lot more portable. We make do with that, and that is how we will run things for now. First pitch is a ball upstairs, 1-0 the count. Bailey, Williams, and Martz do up this inning. Schneider getting ready to work on the mound. She will deal. And it is hit over to the right side and over the right fielder's head. No, it's caught! What a snag in right field by Miller. Had an error earlier on in the game, and it is redemption time for Caitlin Miller. I thought that was going to be over her head, but somehow in some way she brings down the web gem for out number 1. Louisville has all the momentum right now, and you can see why. If they can make plays like that down the stretch, man, they will have a very successful season. Schneider back to work. First pitch cut on and missed by Williams. Marlington, they did strike first blood, but since then we have seen a very different Louisville side, a very motivated group. 0-1 the count. The pitch, swing and a miss on a riser. 0-2 on Aliyah Williams, the designated player. Delaney Martz awaits in the on-deck circle for the Dukes. As we zero in on the battle between the pitcher and the batter. Here's the 0-2. It is popped right side and out of the park. Count remains at 0-2 on Williams. Once again, tomorrow we will be at Alliance High School, 11-1. Your first pitches, as it will be the Aviators and the Dalton Bulldogs in a softball clash. The 0-2, well outside. Williams fights to see yet another pitch, but it'll be a quick turnaround in between games. We will most likely be done here at around maybe 7 p.m., and then we have to be up at the field by around 9. So 14 hours in between our ending here and our setup time at Alliance. Swing and a miss on the rise. Williams can't connect, and Schneider has yet another punch out for out number 2. Schneider is really locking in now for the Leopards. 2 up, 2 down to begin the top of the 4th. And now here comes Delaney Martz, the lefty. Schneider looking to get the Dukes in order. The windup and the pitch. Sails upstairs, 1-0 the count. Marlington, they need to be patient, but also not too picky. Down by 1. If you let Louisville cruise for a few innings, this game will get out of hand very quickly. Martz not in a bad spot to begin this at-bat. 1-0 the count. Schneider winds and deals. Popped over to the left side. It is going towards the warning track, and it is caught in left field. O'Neal able to track it down, retiring the side. The Dukes go in order. We head to the home half of the 4th inning. Louisville, they are on a mission to blow this one open. The Sticks look to do so when we return. A determined Louisville side back up to bat in the home half of the fourth inning. Louisville on top 2-1 against the Marlington Dukes. This is OHSAA Softball live on SmeeSports, presented by Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. This one so far a great game. Marlington struck first blood in the top of the third inning, but it was Bailey Griffith, a 2 RBI double, and that blew the game open. Speaking of blowing this game open, Louisville back on track. Soroman, the bloop single over to the right side, gets us underway. Another good cheap single from the Leopards. Small ball if small ball required an actual swing. But either way, the Louisville Leopards doing all they can offensively to put on a show, and they have done a great job of that so far. After Soroman's bloop single, now up steps O'Neal. O'Neal had the final put out of the last frame as she caught it on a basket catch in left. 0-1 the count as she fouls that one off to the left side. Runner on first, no one down, 0-1 the count on O'Neal. The deal from Durango, right down the gut, 0-2 on O'Neal. Durango trying to find her mojo again on the bump. A good game from her so far, 5 Ks, but she wants more. She wants an opening day victory. The 0-2, lollipops in, and Ephis gets her to look. O'Neal retired courtesy of an Ephis from Justine Durango. And that is good enough for out number 1, but what a beautiful offering from Justine Durango. I'll say this, if Zach Granke played softball, he would be proud of a pitch like that. Thompson now with one away. Her task becomes a little bit more difficult, but still definitely manageable. First pitch she sees is fouled away into the netting. 0-1 the count. And time has been called. Durango will be greeted on the mound. I would doubt that we see a pitching change by now, but you never know. It could be crazier. We will zoom in over at the pitcher's mound in a second here. But just a basic conference as of yet. But it could become a very much pitcher change. But it looks like Durango will be trusted on the mound, and that should be the call right now from Marlington. It looks like the one umpire from behind home plate will come back and tell them to go back to their positions. But either way, Durango still being trusted. 0-1 the count. There's also a chance that they are putting her on a pitch limit. I really doubt that this early on in the year, but you never really know. 0-1 on Durango. Durango deals. Upstairs, almost hits Thompson. Thompson ducks out of the way and luckily does so. Durango just lost control of the pitch. 1-1 now the count. Thompson last time up struck out swinging. Durango deals, goes to the outside corner, and will just miss. 2-1 now the count on Thompson. After Thompson, it is Destiny Hansey, the designated player, due up in the 9-hole. Bottom 4, 1 down, runner at first base for Louisville. The pitch from Durango, swing and a miss as she drills it inside. A very risky offering from Justine Durango. It easily could have hit Thompson if she lost control, but a precision pitch from Justine does the trick. We are evened up now. Durango looking for strikeout 7, gets it. A dime by Justine Durango right down the middle. Thompson can't connect. 2 strikeouts in a row for Marlington. The lead-off batter still at first base in Soroman. And now we see the 9-hitter Destiny Hansey step in. A single her first time up. Durango gets the call and deals. Misses low, runner goes. The throw down is not in time. A good idea from Martz, but it trails just too far left, and Louisville now has a runner in scoring position. Still the tent tries to take off a little bit more now. The pitch, it sails up. A good stop by Martz behind the dish, keeps it from going behind. Two balls, no strikes on Hansey. Runner at second base for Louisville. The pitch, and it is in there. 2-1, the count on Hansey. A good get-right pitch. Durango takes the call. 2-1 the count. Durango sets and fires. It is sent into left field. Has some carry, but not enough to do any damage. It is caught out there by Walter, retiring the side. No harm, no foul from Marlington's defense. Only a runner in scoring position at second base. We head into the fifth inning in Leopardstown. Marlington down by 1. They hit when we return. Back on at makeshift Tornado Alley in Louisville, Ohio. The wind continues to be a nuisance as expected, as we have almost witnessed takeoff a number of times. But either way, we are still here, still on the air, knock on wood, as we have some OHSAA softball action on hand. Schneider getting ready to work for the top of the fifth, and we are underway with a first pitch strike. A good delivery to Savage. It is 7, 8, and 9. Savage, Duncan, and Maxwell do up this frame for Marlington. Schneider winds and delivers. Goes to the outside corner and connects. Make it 0-2. Two good deliveries by Schneider in a row. Duncan awaits in the on-deck circle. Schneider goes to the hip and deals. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and a strikeout for Schneider gets us underway in the top of the fifth. A beautiful delivery on that final pitch. Savage just unable to connect. And now we will see Faith Savage step in, or excuse me, Leah Duncan step in. She struck out swinging her first time up. Schneider's first pitch carries outside the zone. 1-0 the count. Louisville looking to get into mid-season form here. Once again, 1-2 on the year heading into tonight. Their losses, Boardman and Walsh Jesuit. That pitch goes outside, 2-0 now. But if you are Marlington after last year, this is a great test to see where you are heading into the rest of the season. Schneider goes to the hip and deals. Misses once again, 3-0 the count. Duncan, 3 pitches that she appreciates. Zoe Maxwell awaits in the on-deck circle for the Dukes. Schneider ready to deal, swing and a miss. A good get right from Schneider. 3-1 now. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Schneider. A riser just goes up in the zone. Interesting that Duncan took an offering. Usually the 3-0, the sign is not given to swing. And that's why on pitch number 5 of the at-bat, Duncan will take first. With one away, a base runner is aboard for the Marlington Dukes. And now it is time for their 9-hitter, Zoe Maxwell. Maxwell grounded out her first time up. Runner at first base, one down for Marlington. The wind and delivery from Schneider, bunt shown off to the left side, and it is foul. That will make the count 0-1. A good idea for Marlington. Play some small ball, move your runners along the base path, and make something happen from there. But now an 0-1 count. It'll be interesting to see if they go back to it or they decide to let it be and tell Maxwell to swing away. Schneider appears in, getting ready. The 0-1 bunt shown perfectly down right in front of the plate. The throw down 2-1 is in time. But that will move the runner along. Duncan now in scoring position. A perfectly placed bunt, but not enough movement to fake out the catcher Campbell for out number 2. The tying run stands at second base for Marlington. And now up steps Maria Walter. A triple her last time up, and that was the catalyst for the opening run. Can she do it again? Schneider deals, missing outside, 1-0 the count. A pressure situation for Lewisville. Up by 1, tying run right behind Schneider. Walter looking to be a spark for the Dukes. Can't connect there. She pulls off on one outside. That evens things up at 1-1. An excellent idea from Schneider. You get Walter to chase. You know she is eager to put bat to ball. So why not make her work for it and chase? The 1-1. Once again, she goes outside, and this time it is fouled away. That makes the count 1-2. If Walter gets on, Chelsea Miller steps back in, and she is responsible for the lone RBI of the game for Marlington. 1-2 the count. Schneider winds and fires. Swing and a miss. The high heat gets Walter as Schneider gets out of the jam. An excellent offering from Schneider. Perfect placement upstairs as that is now strikeout number 6. We will watch it back. Walter had every intention to smoke the ball, but Schneider just blows it right past. As you see, boom, upstairs, nothing she could do. We flip the script. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning in Lewisville. All still to play for. 2-1 your score. Lewisville on top. We join the action once again in the bottom of the 5th inning at Lewisville High School. 2-1, the Leopards on top of Marlington. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. So far, a good pitcher's duel. 3 runs combined as Durango's first pitch of the frame is smacked into the stratosphere, deep to left center, and it is gone! A solo shot for Caitlin Twynham. That is one way to get the inning underway. And Lewisville now leads 3-1. Twynham, the insurance the Leopards needed. And one swing of the bat makes this a Lewisville game to lose, opposed to a pitcher's duel. And right on cue, it is the announcer's jinx. What a cut by Twynham. Absolutely no doubts on that one. And now after Twynham, up steps Caitlin Miller. 3-1 now your score. And that is exactly what Lewisville needed. It couldn't have come at a more perfect time, and it couldn't have been a better hit than that. I mean, talk about clearing the fence. She cleared it by a good, probably 10, 15 feet at that. And now strike one on Miller. 3-1 Louisville on top. Durango winds and delivers. Ground ball over to the right side, scooped up at 2, and the simple play is made at 1, retiring Miller. Marlington's defense gets out number 1, courtesy of Duncan, and now up steps Leah Cloggis. 1 for 2 on the day so far with a base hit and a strikeout to her name. But either way, the takeaway from this frame, Louisville's bats are hot and ready to go for 2025. Twynham might have the dagger. Bunt, a beautiful bunt right in front of Durango. The throw 2-1 is in time. Cloggis tries catching Marlington off guard, but Durango says not so fast, and she puts Cloggis away for out number 2. And now up steps Bailey Griffith, a 2 RBI double, her last time up. 3-1 Louisville on top in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Leopards might be one swing of the bat away from putting this one on ice. Still plenty of time left to play, but Louisville looking potent offensively. Swing and a miss, a good cut, but not good enough for contact. 0-1 the count. Griffith has a prime opportunity to extend the lead even more for Louisville. 1 goner so far this frame. Louisville looks for another. Durango deals upstairs, evening things up at 1-1. For Marlington, they will bring up Miller, Durango, and Bailey in the top of the 6th. Durango winds and deals. Swing and a miss once again from Griffith. Makes it 1-2. You can tell Griffith, she wants it all on that cut. Marlington looking to get out of the inning with no more damage, and it is fouled into the backstop. Count remains 1-2 on the foul tip. Once again, we will be back on tomorrow at Alliance as they welcome in Delton. 11-1 p.m. first pitches in the softball clash. Griffith looking to reach, and she is fouling that one off. A good cut once again from Griffith. She is on it now. The question is, can she straighten it up with no more strikes to give? One-two for the 3rd time. Durango, and she is unable to get the punch out. A light tip off the bat of Griffith. We have seen that happen a few times today. That check swing, they want to pull back, but just not enough time to do so. Durango and Schneider have done a nice job of running in pitches on the elbows and the hands. The 1-2 once more, and this time Durango gets it done. Justine Durango, strikeout number 8 on the evening, retires the side, but the damage has been done. Caitlin Twynham, a dagger to Marlington. The Dukes down by 2, but they have a chance to make amends. Top 6 when we return to Louisville. It's the Leopards up 3-1 against the Marlington. Taylor Schneider continuing to shove on the bump for Louisville. We enter the top of the 6th inning in Leopardtown. And this Louisville town, they have been excited for sports these past couple of weeks. The boys basketball team just winning the Division III basketball tournament against Cincinnati Aiken last Friday. And now it's time for spring. Baseball and softball both poised to make deep runs into the state tournament this year. Softball looking to get back to 500 as they look to end the Dukes here in game number 1 of Marlington's season. Marlington, they definitely want this game to go their way. That is exactly how every team wants opening day to go. But if Marlington is unable to get the win here, they need to put it past them, and they need to get ready for their next game. Every game is going to be important this season, but you look at Marlington, their next couple, at Walsh, at Salem, at Dover, at Mogador, and at Carrollton. Their first home game, not just on paper, their actual first home game is Alliance in EBC play. They do host technically Strasburg and North Ridgeville the day before Easter, but those are off home site games. Cranked foul over to the left side. That makes it 1-1. Up to bat for the Marlington Dukes, it is Chelsea Miller. 2, 3, and 4 due up. It's Miller, Doringo, and Bailey. 1-1 the count. Schneider getting ready. Goes to the hip and deals. It is in the dirt. 2-1 the count. But Louisville has done a nice job getting some insurance. It is Twynham with the home run. A big reason why Louisville is a lot more comfortable in this frame. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Sails upstairs, now 3-1. Doringo awaits in the on-deck circle, and she wants some payback for the home run she surrendered. A player with vengeance is one of the most difficult players to take down. The 3-1, and it is a leadoff walk for Chelsea Miller. And now up steps Doringo, the tying run for Marlington. Louisville's defense needs to hunker down and get a few outs in quick order here. But as we saw with Twynham, one swing of the bat, and we have an entirely new script. 3-1 Louisville on top. Doringo looking to interrupt the Leopard party. First pitch is popped out of play, and luckily it doesn't hit our tent. I think at this point, given the wind, if a foul ball knocks over our tent behind us, I don't think there's really any complaints there. But all jokes aside, thank you again to Louisville for hosting us and for Rob Johnson for his hospitality to us. They have always been good when we are here on behalf of Alliance and Marlington, one of our favorite away sites, and we hope to see Louisville again in the near future, especially at home. For basketball, we want to see them at Harry Fales. We want some redemption against them after the big win for Siegfried and company on February 1st. The 0-1. Ground ball left side and foul down the line. Makes it 0-2 on Doringo. After Doringo, it is Maddie Bailey, the first baseman. 0 for 2 on the day. She looks for redemption, and she looks to get her first hit on the third time of asking. 0-2 the count on Doringo. Once again, one swing of the bat, and we are tied. Schneider coming set, winds, delivers, misses upstairs, making the count 1-2. A good take from Doringo. Patience is a virtue right now, especially for Marlington. They trail by 2. They want to pull the trigger and tie the game up with a home run. But this might be a game of small, itty-bitty pieces. 1-2, it goes outside and misses from Schneider. Another good take from Doringo. And it helps out Justine a lot that she is on the mound today. She knows the strike zone. She can look at a pitch and say, is it in? Most likely not. Let's leave that one alone. And she has done a nice job of that on this at-bat. Here comes the 2-2 from Schneider. It misses upstairs. From 0-2 to full we go. Doringo needs to be very selective. Schneider needs to hit her spot here. It's pitcher versus pitcher, the most important at-bat of the game so far. Schneider winds, the payoff, and it is inside. From 0-2 to a walk, Justine Doringo is patient, and now Marlington will bring up the go-ahead run. Time will be called. Louisville will have a mound visit to talk things over. Definitely the right decision right now. They still control this game, but they need to be very careful right now. As I've said multiple times, one swing of the bat, and we have a completely different ball game. Once again, tomorrow we will be at Alliance for a softball doubleheader as the Aviators welcome in the Dalton Bulldogs. As for next week, man oh man, it is a very busy week on SmeeSports. We will run through the list right now. Monday, Alliance Massillon Perry baseball. Tuesday, Alliance Warren JFK baseball. Wednesday, I am on Mount Union Boxcast for Mount Union and BW men's lacrosse. Thursday, it is Alliance versus Cuyahoga Falls baseball. Friday, Tri-C versus Clark State baseball. Saturday, Holy Name versus North Royalton baseball. And next Sunday, it is KSU Tusk versus Alice Lloyd baseball. Schneider's first offering over to Bailey is up and out. 1-0 the count. 2 walks in a row to begin this inning from Schneider. The go-ahead run in the box for the Dukes. It is Maddie Bailey. Schneider winds and deals. Swing and a miss. Bailey went for an all and couldn't connect. That evens up the count at 1-1. Schneider just trying to win the mental battle. If she can get inside Bailey's mind, she could dominate this at bat. The 1-1 runs inside, and they call it a strike on the corner. 1-2. A big call in favor of Schneider and the Leopards. Bailey looking to make amends. Down 1-2. Schneider to the hip, to the dish, upstairs, 2-2. A good take from Bailey. Once again, I have said it numerous times, that high heat, it is screaming, line me into the outfield. But you have to say no and wait for your pitch. Schneider winds and offers the 2-2. It runs inside, tries for the corner and misses. Another full count, 3-2. This time, even more drastic things could happen. If it is a third straight walk, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the bases juiced. Schneider to the hip, the payoff pitch, it's in the dirt! Bases loaded as Bailey will make the beeline down the baseline to first. And it looked like she may have clipped the catcher when chucking her bat. If that were to be the case, that could be ruled an out, but I don't think they're going to look that deep on the situation. To an extent, especially in baseball, I've had a call that if you chuck your bat into the catcher, it is an out because it is interference. But this one, it should just be simple. She takes first, load the bases, but I think they will be talking about it, which is definitely the right thing to do here. It would be a big decision to make if they make the call, but I think they will send her back. So now the question is, do they call it? If they do, I see exactly why. It is interference. You cannot chuck your bat into the catcher. I have been involved in one triple play in my baseball career, and it started with someone chucking a bat at my shin guards. Double play in the field, but the third out came at home just because of the bat, and it ended the game. So we will see what the decision is. A very big call to make, because no matter which way you call it, one side of fans is not going to be too pleased with it. We'll show it on screen right now. As of right now, Bailey will stand at first base with the walk, but we will see if she stays there or not. It looks like she will. That is one of those things that we will break down after the game of, will it make a difference or not? But either way, load up the bases for Aliyah Williams. 2 strikeouts to her name so far, but all she has to do here, put the ball in play and make sure it is not close to home. We have a ball game on our hands. 3-1 Louisville leads. Marlington looking to flip the script. And once again, we will see time called. And actually, we will have a flex here. Williams out. It is McKenna Metz stepping in. This is where the flex can be dangerous. It is Metz. We have not seen her swing a bat today. We do for the first time, swing and a miss, and the throw back 2-3 is not in time. As a former catcher myself, that is the right decision from Campbell. If you think you have a jump on the runner at third, by all means, throw it down, trust your backup, try and make a play. The wind and the deal for the 0-1 pops up out of play. Metz quickly down 0-2. After Metz, it is Delaney Martz, the catcher. Louisville, a lot of stress right now. 0-2 the count. Schneider looking for out number 1. She fires, and it is just upstairs. About as good of a miss as you could have. From my angle, that looked pretty good. Maybe a titch upstairs. But either way, Louisville survives for now. The 1-2, and it is upstairs once again, 2-2. Marlington now, they are in a good spot. Louisville, they will take a ball instead of a third strike if it means no runs scored. They will take anything as long as no one crosses home safely. 2-2, the pitch from Schneider. It is in there, cut on and missed. Schneider hunkers down for out number 1. A heavy cut. Schneider needed that punch out. She gets it. Number 7 on the game for Taylor Schneider. A big punch out there. And now we will see March, the catcher, step in. And once again, bases loaded, but a double play ends the frame. Schneider deals. And it is in there, right down the pipe. 0-1 the count. You do not want to let Taylor Schneider get her mojo back. If she does, your task as a hitter becomes 10 times more difficult. Both pitchers, whenever they are able to dial in, hits are few and far between, and that is why Schneider blows it right past Martz. 0-2 the count. Schneider doing an excellent job of fixing the situation, but the damage still could come. Martz, all she needs to do, put it on the ground and sneak it through. Schneider winds, the 0-2, swing and a miss! Schneider, 2 punch outs in a row, 2 dukes down in a row. The bases remain loaded, but now 2 away. A clutch strikeout from Taylor Schneider. That is number 8 on the day and the most important. And now up steps Faith Savage, the shortstop. The pitch from Schneider misses upstairs, 1-0 the count. All of the fans on the edge of their seats. Amid all of the bad conditions, it is a pretty much full house here at Louisville. A lot of fans coming out tonight. The 1-0 incoming from Schneider. Swing and a miss. That evens it up at 1-1. Schneider gets the jam on the inside corner. 3-1 Louisville on top. Bases loaded, 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. Schneider deals, runs inside and clips the corner. 1-2 the count on Savage. If Savage reaches, Lydia Duncan would be due up next. The biggest pitch of the game incoming. 1-2, Schneider. And it is fouled into the backstop. Everyone can take a quick breather, any bit of contact, and you will hear the gasps. Where is it going? Louisville fans, you are okay for right now. Count remains 1-2. Schneider looking for strikeout number 9 and to retire the side. The pitch upstairs, and it is out of the zone. 2-2 the count on Savage. Schneider taking an extra second for herself on the mound. 2-2 the count, 2 away. Schneider deals. It is outside corner and just misses off the plate. A big league take from Faith Savage. And they will steal home. Marlington will take at least one. Wow, I have never seen anything that gutsy from Marlington, but credit to them. Now a one-run game. Here comes the payoff pitch, and it is sent into center field. It is definitely playable, and it is caught to retire the side. Cloggis makes the simple play, but Marlington gets creative on the base path. They push one run across. Louisville up by one. They turn to their offense for insurance when we return. This is OHSAA Softball live on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. For the first time today at Louisville, the stress levels that we are feeling is not because of the elements. It is because of how close of a game that we have on hand. This is what we expected. A tight affair. Marlington trails 3-2 to Louisville. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. What a game so far. Marlington pushes one run across with the bases loaded because of their creative base running. Immediately after a throwback from the catcher to the pitcher, they steal home, and it works perfectly. 3-2 now the score. Louisville in search of some insurance runs here as we see Campbell, Soroman, and O'Neal do up this frame. And Campbell cuts right through, evening things up at 1-1. Addie so far today a strikeout and a ground out to her name. Marlington will remain with Justine Duringo on the bump. A good day so far, a low-scoring affair, but still it is Louisville's ball game. Lined right up the middle, and it is through. A leadoff single for Addie Campbell. A zipper right back at Duringo. Based on the way that that ball was hit, I think Duringo is very lucky to have gotten out of the way of it. We will watch it back, but what a cut by Addie Campbell. About as good as you could have asked for. Just right up the gut, and Louisville's offense is right back in business. And now up steps Anna Soroman. Last time up she had a single, I believe a bloop single. But now with a runner at first base, it appears to be a pinch runner at that, as it will be Mongiardo, the senior, running the bases for Louisville in place of Campbell, the catcher. 3-2, Louisville on top. The name of the game remains the same, Find Insurance. First pitch outside, 1-0 the count. For Marlington next inning, they will rely on a combination of Duncan, Maxwell, and Walder to keep their hopes alive. Duringo sets, fires, pops up on a high heater, and it is out of play behind our tent. That evens things up at 1-1. If you are just joining us, a great affair so far. Low scoring early on, but unlike yesterday, the offense has been spread out more evenly between the two sides. The pitch, and it is upstairs, 2-1 now the count for Louisville. Soroman trying to be patient. After Soroman, it is O'Neal, the left fielder. Duringo goes to the wrist, gets the call. The pitch misses up and out, 3-1 now the count. O'Neal 0 for 2 today, looking for redemption, and she might have a prime opportunity to find it with 2 runners on. That is if Sharoman does her job. Duringo back on the bump. She fires, swing and a miss. We are full 3-2. A great challenging pitch from Justine. Sharoman couldn't make contact. Just in a perfect spot. And now a full count, a pivotal full count in the home half of the 6th inning. Can Durango find out? Number 1, survey says, not so fast. It is grounded up the middle. They get the out at 1, but not at 2. A fielder's choice sees Soroman reach first base, but a great play up the gut retires the pinch runner. And we will watch back that replay real quick as well. We will see just a great swing. It was perfectly hit, but an excellent play over at second base by Duncan, and she is able to flip it. They can't get the out at 1, but Marlington, they will take the lead runner any day of the week, as would any team. And now up steps O'Neal. Same scenario, just 1 out to work with. Runner breaks, the throw down, the tag! They got her! What a chuck! Martz takes matters into her own hands, and she retires Soroman for out number 2. A laser, an absolute laser up the field. 2 replays in a row. We even get to see the back end of that one. It's just upstairs, and that tag, picture perfect over at second. 1-0 the count, 2 away now for O'Neal with the bases cleared. Make it 2-0. This game getting very interesting. Marlington starting to take back momentum. Do they have a 7th inning comeback in their back pocket? Durango winds, fires, misses upstairs. 3-0 on O'Neal. After Shaylin, it is Taylor Thompson, the first baseman. Durango coming set, fires it in, and she will find the zone. A get-right pitch for Justine Durango makes it 3-1. A good delivery from Durango once again. She has been tremendous with her get-right pitches. To make it full, not quite. It skips on in, put a runner at first base with 2 away for Lewisville. Thompson, 2 strikeouts to her name so far. She steps back in for the Leopards. The Leopards looking for an insurance run. They lead by 1, and Marlington's offense is becoming more and more potent. First base creeping in, the pitch. It is fouled away from the left side. A good cut on the first pitch. Thompson sees, now an 0-1 count. Duncan, Maxwell, and Walter do up for the Dukes in the top of the 7th. Here's the 0-1, make it 0-2. A swing and a miss from Thompson. A good cut, but just not making contact. Durango, 8 strikeouts to her name. Looking to make it 9 here. The Dukes looking for a chance to make their comeback. The 0-2, line right up the gut, and it is caught in center field! A web gem by Miller retires the side. That is one way to take back momentum if you are Marlington. Chelsea Miller, her 2nd web gem of the game. It is rare you see 1 web gem from a player. Why not 2 in the same game? Miller gives momentum to Marlington. The Dukes have 3 outs to work with when we return. This is OHSAA Softball live on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. It's nitty-gritty time in Louisville. Top of the 7th inning, 3-2 your score. Louisville hanging on by a thread. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on SmeeSports. What a game. I will start off by saying that this inning, this is the game of the week. This is what we picked out. But this game, it has exceeded every possible expectation that I had. Heading in, I thought, okay, this will be a close game. But I did not envision this. 3-2, a back-and-forth small ball affair. What a start to the campaign for Marlington. A lot of fireworks. Do they have any more heroics left? The 1-0 from Schneider. Swing and a miss. Schneider gets the chase from Duncan. It's Duncan, Maxwell, and Walter due up in the top of the 7th for the Dukes. Schneider back to work. Goes to the hip and fires. Swing and a miss. She goes low again, and Duncan can't connect. After a first pitch ball, 2 Ks in a row. 1-2 the count on Duncan. Schneider looking for out number 1. Winds and fires, and it is fouled into the netting. A survival swing from Lydia Duncan. The wind continuing to be a nuisance here in the makeshift press box. 1-2 the count. Schneider trying for the punch out here and gets it. Duncan chases on the outside corner. Schneider gets one batter up and one batter down. 2 outs separate the Leopards from win number 2 on the year. A tremendous pitch once again. And now we see Maxwell step in the box for the Dukes. Schneider looking to continue her great day. 9 strikeouts to her name. The first pitch shown to Maxwell is outside. 1-0 the count. As well, after this game, we should have post-game interviews on social media. Stay tuned at SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter and SmeeSports on Instagram. The 1-0. Goes to the outside corner and connects. That evens things up at 1-1. A tremendous paint job there from Louisville, and a lot of that was the frame from Campbell. It's part of the game. As a former catcher, I love to see those great frames. The 1-1 hit to the left side. It is scooped up at short. The throw is in there! Marlington can't believe it, but Louisville, a great play from the hot corner. It is Griffith once again, and the Leopards sound their final countdown. A tough call to make, but that might be the right one in the end. It's a bang-bang play. Marlington can't believe it, and their final hope is Maria Walter. 1 for 3 today, but the big play that she had, a triple. Schneider and company looking to seal the deal. And it's a first pitch strike from Schneider. 0-1 the count as Schneider dots up the corner. Louisville 2 strikes away from sealing win number 2. Taylor to the hip, fires, goes way outside this time. That will even us up at 1-1. If Walter gets on, Chelsea Miller, who had the web gem to end the 6th, steps back in. And as well, besides 2 web gems, a sacrifice RBI to her name. The 1-1 goes off the plate, 2-1 the count. Stress levels through the roof in Louisville. The Leopards trying to end it. Marlington trying to keep their winning hopes alive. Schneider taking a second to get her grip. 2-1 to even it up. Outside, now 3-1. Walter patient, but on the base path, Marlington will most likely be aggressive. You have to wonder what is going through Chelsea Miller's mind right now. A great game so far. Does she have anything left to give? The 3-1, and it is outside. It scoots in. With 2 away, Marlington sends their tying run to first. And now it is Chelsea Miller. She has been the spark plug all day for the Dukes. 2 web gems and an RBI to her name. Can she do it one more time for the Dukes? Top 7, 2 away. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run in the box. Schneider taking her time. No surprises there. It needs to be her best stuff. The first pitch goes outside. 1-0 the count. And if Miller gets on, then it's a pitcher versus pitcher battle once again. Durango could get redemption. But Schneider right now solely focused on sealing a win. The 1-0, it is line left side, it's going back, it is out of here! Marlington takes the lead! Are you serious, Chelsea Miller? 2 web gems, a sacrifice RBI, and the go-ahead dinger! Marlington leads it 4-3. What a shot! It looked good off the bat, but you never know. Plenty of carry, and it just falls out of here. The Dukes lead it 4-3, and this is what you want to see in your game of the week. Absolute cinema. New ball game. Marlington, for the first time since the top of the 3rd inning, leads. Unbelievable. And once again, just like last time, Justine Durango walks in wondering why all the pressure all of a sudden has left. Now the question is, can Marlington get some insurance runs? Say that sentence a minute ago, and people would think you're crazy. Schneider deals, ground ball left side, foul. But one swing of the bat changes this game, and Marlington proved it again. So now the Leopards looking at where they are in the order. It is Hansey, Twynham, and Miller due up. Schneider twists and deals. Goes to the corner and finds it. 0-2 on Durango. 0-2, 2 away. Marlington, the damage has been done by them. Schneider looking to get out of the inning. The 0-2. It is cranked left side. It has some distance, but definitely not enough. It is caught by O'Neal in left to retire the side, but not so fast. Marlington, a 2-run shot to left field. They take the lead. 4-3, the Dukes on top, and we have a new ball game. Louisville down to their final 3 outs when we return. This is OHSAA Softball on SmeeSports, presented by Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Man, what a game. A lot of time in sport media, we throw around the term instant classic. Well, today, the shoe fits. 4-3, Marlington on top. A 2-run homer by Chelsea Miller, the difference. Louisville trying to pick up the pieces and at least tie this one up and send us to extra innings. So far this season, Louisville's only win did come in extras, a 7-6 win against Tuslaw. Is a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat for Hansey. Ground ball chopped to the left side. A tough play from 3. The shot is in time. A dime fired from the hot corner is good enough for out number 1. Metz able to reach her first baseman, Bailey. Now 2 outs away, the Dukes are from winning. And now we go back to another dangerous hitter. It is Caitlin Twynham, a home run her last time up. a homer here, and all of a sudden we are tied up once again. Why not one more tie? The pitch runs inside and skips on by. 1-0 the count on Twynham. Durango will definitely be careful with her offerings now. The sun coming out now here in Louisville. A very bright game so far. Durango, the pitch. It is lined down the right field line and out of play by Twynham. 1-1 now the count. But Marlington down to their final out. Chelsea Miller, ice in her veins. Talk about a top 10 play. 1-1 the count. Durango comes set, fires it in. Ground ball over to second base, and it is in there for out number 2. Marlington now can sound their final countdown. The final hope, it is Caitlin Miller. 2 outs to second base and a strikeout to her name so far. Don't count the Leopards out yet. This is exactly where Marlington was with 2 away in the top of the frame. But Marlington, one of the toughest tests of their season comes day 1, and they are 1 out away from passing it with flying colors. The first pitch, grounder over to third. It is bobbled. The throw is in time! The Dukes come back down to their final strike and beat Louisville 4-3. What a comeback by the Marlington Dukes. We will watch back that play for good measure. But once again, it is McKenna Metz from third base to put out this frame. And that last one was enough to seal the deal. A great play over at first base made to scoop it by Bailey, your player of the game. I don't think there is a doubt in my mind. It's Chelsea Miller. Down to your final out. A lot of players, they get very conservative at the sticks. Not this time. Not by any means. An absolute nuke into left field, out of here. A 2-run shot. That is the difference in this one. Marlington improves to 1-0 on the year, and they start their campaign in flying colors. They still have no home games for a long time, but they don't care. They have a win in hand, and they will take that into the weekend as we celebrate the final weekend in March. We are back on tomorrow. It is going to be very tough to top this one, but we have Alliance and Dalton for a softball doubleheader. 11 and 1 p.m. starts at Alliance High School. You can catch those games live here on SmeeSports as well. Going under the live tab, you can see all of our planned streams upcoming. Right now, if I'm being completely honest, I don't even know where I'm supposed to be half of the days, so go and check there. You will see everything you need to know. I know next week, 3 Alliance baseball games, a doubleheader for Tri-C, a doubleheader for KSU Tusk, and a solo game for Holy Name Baseball is on the cards. A lot of action upcoming. You do not want to miss that. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So, if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. But with that, that will do it from Louisville High School. Marlington 4, Louisville 3 in an instant classic. I have been Nathan Smee saying so long from Leopard Nation tomorrow at Alliance for a softball doubleheader between the Aviators and the Dalton Bulldogs.